Welcome back. My guest is Chief Passport Officer Siobhan Dean and Executive Officer Cheryl, and the last name, it slips me. Teleprompter just stopped rolling. Thank you for joining us. We were talking about the Passport Office, obviously, Cheryl Sands, thank you. And obviously, the question I had was in 2019, should there not be an efficient, smooth operation where people don't have to be standing on long lines early in the morning from 4 a.m. or waiting just to get a passport? Will we ever move away from that?
Well, I think we will. As you heard, Ms. Dean mentioned that the online system will be implemented soon. That should take a load off the system. And also the public, I don't know if they are aware, but they don't have to wait until the passport actually expires to come in to apply. You can do it 6 months before that time. But most persons tend to wait until they're ready to travel. When you have that advance period where you can make application, you can still hold on to your passport, make application in advance, and while the process is being completed, you still have your passport in your possession.
Can we separate renewals from first-time applicants, or do they all have to go through the same process?
It's the same process.
Is there any wisdom in separating the two functions, since one should be shorter and quicker than the other original one?
Well, once you would have had an electronic passport, that process is a bit shorter because you have the data in the system. You would have to just update it rather than compiling all of the information. You would just be updating. So that process is a bit shorter.
Shouldn't there be a separation to kind of alleviate the backlog of having to wait with people who are applying for the first time?
Well, with persons who are applying for the first time, they require more documents than those who are renewing.
Right.
And so that's why we tend to separate them, because with the first timers, you have to spend a lot of time scrutinizing the document and making sure that everything is in order. Most times, not everything is in order.
Do you believe you'll ever see this system operate with little flaws, where you don't have the heavy backlog? And let me ask you, is there only periods when we see this heavy backlog of people applying, or is this a consistent thing?
Usually it's the summer. You may have it, the peak seasons are summer, Easter, usually around Thanksgiving and the Christmas holiday.
So what's happening now? Why there's such a heavy traffic?
I think what is why we're having this heavy traffic of persons is because we are in that 10-year anniversary of the first EPIC system. Yeah. And on top of that, you have persons who are coming in for the first time. And then on top of that, you have persons who had the manual passports who are now coming in, because many of them are now forced to get a passport in order to get a job or to open a bank account or to do any business now. You need a passport.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up and find out what it is that you need. What it is that people need when they're applying for a passport, and what they should have. We're doing that. Are we taking a break, or we're wrapping up? We're wrapping up? Okay, can we at least get that question in then? I can't believe the time is up. What do people need? Fade the music. What do people need? What do people need in order to get a passport?
Well, it varies. There are different categories of documents that are required. If it's a first-time applicant, it's a child, they would have to present the child's birth certificate, their mother's birth certificate. We may even have to move to the grandmother or the great-grandmother. All affidavits are now, they must be registered, and they must be accompanied by a medical record.
Wow. And if you're renewing, you just need obviously the old passport.
The old passport, the application form, photos, and we're asking if you can present the documents again, because when we merged from the first system into the new, some of the documents may have been, distorted or what have you. Some of them may not have been in good condition, but they were accepted anyhow. So we're now asking
to still bring the documents when you're renewing?
Yes.
Wow.
If you go into the system, sometimes you'd find there's a faded birth certificate. You cannot read it, but somehow it was accepted.
How long does it take to get a passport once you've applied?
It takes about 3 weeks or less.
3 weeks or less. And the reason why it takes 3 weeks is because of the verification process.
No, but once the application is accepted, it goes into a queuematic system, and so the approval is done in queue.
Okay.
Only if it's an urgent passport will we are able to pull it outside of the queue.
All right, well, we're out of time. Thank you for answering those questions, and hopefully it would have given some help to the public, and I don't know if people will be rest assured or be satisfied, but you know, hopefully we can improve this process in the system, and hats off to you. I know when you're working on enormous pressure and you don't have the perfect ideal conditions and you can't get all that you need to run a smooth office effectively. It's a challenge, but thank you for doing what it is you do and for coming on the show tonight and speaking about it. Much thanks to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
And that's our show. Thanks so much for joining us. On behalf of all of us, I'm Clint Watson. Good night.
So what makes a great news product? That's the question Eyewitness News thrives upon. We pride ourselves in asking the tough questions and giving you information no one else is giving you.
Investigative reports to uncover things you need to know.
Breaking news with stories most important to you.
Covering all angles to maintain balance and integrity.
All while raising the bar and setting a new standard.
It's these principles that distinguish Eyewitness News as the most reliable news source. It's not just news, it's the new news standard.
Na 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 na.